What's going on, guys? This is KJ, and it's been a while since I've uploaded a beat making video, so I decided to let you guys in on what I've been working on. At the moment, I'm working on just something maybe like a 90-second, yeah, like a 90-second, or yeah, it's really short actually for TV, and there's a scene that I'm focused on. It's like a pop groove or whatever. So this is what I'm doing. I begin to build something, and it's just 4 bars right now. So this is the first thing I came up with. So I'm using the Synth Master for this. I love this thing. You can get different expansions with it, with add new sounds or so. It reminds me of Native Instruments Machine, where you can buy more extensions with more sounds, drum kits, and different things like that. And you just keep purchasing more expansions. It's more like I guess I would say it's similar to Contact 5 Player, where you can buy all types of expansion, which is really cool. So this thing is pretty cool. I love it. It even came with, when I first purchased it, it even came with some nice stock stuff. So that's what I have going on first, and then I was inspired to put this snare in. Of course, I got battery up, and this is Logic Pro X, which I'm working in, and just by listening to it, I believe I want to add a reverb. So we're gonna add we're gonna send this. I'm gonna turn that up actually. I'm gonna name this track Verb, and we're gonna put a reverb on it. And let me see. I'm thinking about using Replica. Oh, missed it. Let's add that back. Yep. Replica is a plugin by Native Instruments. They have some really cool presets in here. You just play around some stuff, and that might be dope right there. That's almost like a reverb. Let's go back. They have many things in here. There's many settings that you can choose from, as you can see. But I think I like that, and I'm gonna kind of tweak that to my liking. It's going from ear to ear. I kind of wanted this to be like a stereo. Well, I didn't think the depth would do that. Let's see. No. Actually, I'm gonna keep going, cause now I'm okay. The whole point here is you can't be afraid to try new things, because you never know what you come up with. I think I'm gonna stick to what I was gonna do at first is a reverb. All right, so let's see what this gives me. Now that sounds good. I love using the RC24 or the 48 because it just gives me what I need, what I'm looking for, that texture I desire. I think I like that. That's cool right there. And let's add a compression on that. Now, with compression, this is something I've learned in school. I never knew you can put a compression right after a reverb on the reverb bus. Like, I've never heard of that before, but obviously you can do that. And there's the pros that showed me how to do it. But basically, the whole point behind it is to get the reverb to maximize, get that maximum, the maximum, that glue, it kind of glues the reverb because, sometimes, well, I guess it really depends on what's coming through the reverb channel. But this will ensure me that I have that maximum reverb sound. And it's really all of a taste preference. That's all it really is to me, in my opinion. Now, obviously, with compression, it's gonna boost the sound. All right, it's gonna boost the sound definitely, but you can always turn it down. And really, what I should have did was left my verb at 0 and turn down my sin. Yeah, just to give it a little wet. Yep. And then as I go forward, moving forward, I'll hear if I need to increase the sin level or not as I add in the other instruments. And I'm just going to continue to build because I'm not even done. And I'm gonna give this a little wet. It already sound like there's some type of depth to it, but I'm gonna give it a little bit of verb. Yeah, just a little bit. Yep. And the whole concept behind what I'm doing now is just, instead of putting a reverb on each channel, I am sending these two here to this one channel, this one bus channel. You know what I'm saying? So, that definitely helps out on CPU. I know some guys that put reverbs on every. You don't need to do that. Just put a send on it, and this one channel will handle all of that, and then you can save on the CPU here. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having all these plugins going. I mentioned some of the same things I just said in my course, my ASU course. It's available on the website ksound.com/ASU, which stands for Art of Sound University, but there's no O in between, so it's ASU. So ksound.com, KSOUNDD.com/ASU. And some of these concepts I kind of dive into, compression, EQing, reverb, busting some of your channels to one channel, or send. Now with my kick, this is a kick from battery. There's a kick inside a battery, and I put an EQ on it to kind of, I did like a cut. Let's maximize this here. I did like a cut, like I wouldn't say between 200 and 100. What is this? 164 hertz. All right, so say I disable that. Now it definitely gives me that punchy feel, that punchiness, but that's not what I wanted to cut back just a little bit. It was just too much going on right there, you know. So I kind of cut it a little bit, just, you know, give me that more of a bottom feel, I guess. It was, you know, too light, I guess. It's like a real subtle difference. You really can't tell that much, but I can tell. I can hear. You guys may need some headphones in order to hear what I just did. It's a real subtle difference. It's not major at all, but it makes a difference to me for what I'm going for. All right. So then I went for like this weird sound that I call a Shure horn. Yeah, it's real weird, and you know, I don't even need any reverb for this because it sounds like it's got some stuff going on already. So I'm satisfied with that. Now what I will do is kind of pan it a little bit, turn it down just a tad bit. So as you guys also see, you know, you see me kind of doing like a pre-mix as well. That's because if you guys know me, you've been following me, you know that's what I like to do. I like to pre-mix my sound because I like to hear where everything is going to be, where everything lives while I produce the music. You know, my joints is never center down the middle. You know, I got my kick down the middle. This is down the middle, okay? I got my snare. My snare hitting kind of hard. Actually, what I'm going to do is add some compression to it to give it that compressed feel I need. Yeah, it's very subtle. Very subtle. As you can see, the meters jumping. Yep. The only time I add plugins on each channel is only because I needed that plugin to do one specific thing to that specific channel. That's the only time you see. But as you can see, is not much. Like, and you know, I might add compression to my kick though, because I needed to thump. But I'm gonna see if this plugin works. This is also a plugin by Native Instruments. It's called Transient Master. I use this quite often on my kicks. It may give me what I need. It may not. Let's see. Let's fall back some on the attack. That's gonna happen. That's why it's very important to have a hard drive that's the speed of 7,200 RPM. I have a G drive, but I have the portable version. I believe it's 7,200 RPM. But what I'm going to do is upgrade my drive to the more heavy duty, so that I won't have to deal with that. That doesn't happen often. It's just I have a lot on this drive. I think I'm approaching the max, and that's why it started giving me those error messages, you know, saying it's slow because there's a lot of stuff on that drive. So I may just need to dump some stuff off of it or whatever. But anyway, what I've been doing was, as you can see, I've been let's see, bouncing down most of them to audio files. As you notice, some of them is still like, this is a MIDI track, And basically to do that, you just right click. You know, if you want to bounce everything down to a audio. Is that right? No, it's bounce. Yeah, bounce in place. Bounce in place will allow you to name your track whatever you want to, whatever you want to say, and then it will follow the track that you selected on. It will follow that. Another track will come down, and it will give it the name that you named it here. And you can definitely select what you want to say. In this case, it says new track. It's not giving me another option. Then you have the option to leave the source, which means leave this MIDI here, this MIDI data. I can leave that there. I can have it to mute it for me, or I can set it to delete automatically. So it'll delete this whatever, but it won't delete the channel. It'll just delete the region. And then you want to pay attention to down here. Like by default, I don't think this is checked in, but you can choose to bypass the effect plugins, which means any plugins on here. In this case, since this is a MIDI instrument channel, I think it will try to bounce down with and not even add the battery here, which means you might get a blank track, but I'm not sure. I never tried to do that. I tried doing that on audio, like, audio wave files on, and then whatever track that I'm on. Like in the case of bouncing down like vocals or something, and I have a lot of stuff on it or whatever, I can bounce it. If I just want the dry wave file, I can choose to bypass. Instead of going here and bypassing each channel, bypassing each plugin, I can just click this one button, bypass that plugin, and then then sometimes it's like that I guess that would be in the case of I guess it would be you sound designing. You want the vocal to sound a certain way, so you put all these different effects on it, and you say, hey, I don't want all these plugins because it's slowing me down, in the session itself, and you want it to bounce it down, but bounce down with everything you did to it. Say you did some pitch correction, and then you got EQ, you cutting some stuff, and then you got reverb or something like that, or you got a drive effect on it or whatever, and then but you just want that to be, yeah, you get what I'm saying. So that's where this will come in place. Easy click in, and then here it can include the tail. So if your audio or your MIDI channel has like some tail end, residue after the last note, it will catch it, and that's what happened here on this channel right here. I did the same thing here, and then it kind of went past this because I have a loop of 1 to 4, and it went past that 4 and came all the way to close to 6.3. So that's what happened there. And then you can also choose to include the wave and panning automation. Basically, if you got some automation going on in your track, it's cool. Logic is cool. It takes that with you. In this case, I'm gonna leave it there because I may change something there. But I got my snare as wave. This is wave. This is wave. Pretty much everything is wave, and it just eliminates all of the plugins. So that was the goal. Turn my analyzer on. Trying to give it a different effect. I think that's too much. Yeah, right there. I didn't want the tom to be so heavy in the low end, so I did a cut. So that's what I'm going for. I do want my kick to be just a little bit heavier. Yeah, not too much. Right around there. That sounds good to me. So I'm mixing while changing some of the EQ settings while I'm producing at the same time, because I'm going to add a few more elements here and kind of take this song or this section to another level. And let's see, I can actually pull down this here. This is a cool thing. I was going to just grab that and duplicate it, but I can just do something like this. Duplicate. Yeah, let's duplicate that again. So I'm thinking the next section will come in with something more like a bass line or something. I'm gonna leave this one here. This got battery 4 on it for drums in case I need to come back and change something. But I'm going to, for some of you that had that question, I had a couple of questions. How do I get Maschine in here? It's basically an instrument channel here, and you will go to AU Instruments, which is typically down your list in your plugin, your instrument plugin section, and then you will go for Native Instruments, and then you will look for Maschine 2 or Maschine, whichever version you have. And then, you know, if you have any other third-party instruments, this is how you find it. That's the, you know, as you notice, everything is here. I got my Absynth battery, my FM8, and this is all my Native Instrument stuff. But then I have these other things going on here. I got my KV331 in here, my Ample Sound, which is a guitar, and blah 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 and so forth. All right, so that's how you find that. I think I want to go for a FM8 because I'm going to add a bass line in here. In FM8, you can do whatever. It's all types of samples, all types of whatever sounds in here. But I like FM8 because they have some really cool bass instruments in here. So now, okay, so now I guess I'm going to show you guys how to do side chaining in case you was wondering how to do that. I'm just showing y'all all types of stuff on this free video, man. Yeah, be sure trying to get the words out right. Be sure to visit my website, ksound.com/ASU is where the course lives. That's where I have some really cool content available for you guys who's looking to produce music. You know, I share some of the basic elements as to how to produce a song. I have a podcast in there, and then everything else is video showing you some stuff, you know, similar to this. So I'll show you how to find sounds. I'll show you a little bit about EQ and compression, and then there's a lot of other things I talk about, but then I also share with you guys some of the things you need to do in the final process on this final channel right here. You know, what you have to do, you know, limiters or compression, and, you know, getting it to sound stereo, you know, pretty much gluing everything together where it sounds pretty good at the end before you share your work. So just got to put that out there. first note didn't catch. 2, 3, 4. Now that's way loud. Just quantize that. But I'm not gonna bounce that down just of yet, because I may need to change it up and do something different later on, and that's just because I know how I work. So I just save the headache instead of bouncing it down. I could leave it there and then just have an instance of this bass up and then do the same thing and go from there, but whatever. We're gonna add a compressor in here, and we're going to activate the side chain. We're gonna go for kick, and we're gonna just exaggerate things. Alright, that's how sidechain works, and that's how you know, it's real simple. There are many guys out here with other videos and they show you all types of ways to make that happen, but this works for me. There's all types of ways you can do that. You can chop up your bass, but I just, you know, this is the effect of side chaining. That's why that's there. Some of you guys probably never knew what that means or what that does, but that's what it does. So let me go, and I may stack the bass. I'm not sure. Let's see what it sounds like if I move this down an octave. I'm just here when it happens. I think I might. Okay, let me select this. Oh, you gotta be down here. You gotta be down here. Alright, so I'm gonna duplicate that and then kind of add on to that. First of all, I'm gonna copy that, go down here, do it like that, and every once in a while I'll select everything, right click, and I'll rename everything so that the region can reflect what the channel names, which is pretty cool. You see that? Okay, feel free to rewind if you needed to see how I did that. Now here I didn't duplicate it to get the same sound. I duplicated to get a more of an aggressive bottom sound that's going to catch something. I don't know. Let's see, we just gotta play with the sounds and see what we come up with. Actually, I'm gonna cut off this compressor just so I can really hear what's going on. It's like only the first note. I don't know. Oh. Because this type of bass, you probably can't, because this is, sometimes that happens. Like if a note is past a certain point, it kind of cuts out the next note. Yeah, that's why I wasn't hearing something before. I was like, what's going on? It's good to know things like that in case you guys have that experience. You just gotta go in and pull back some of the region notes. That's all. Let's see how much time I got. That sizzle. I think that's what I'm going for. It's turn the compressor back on. Remember to save your work every chance you get. I think I want that on one time. Okay, that's cool. Maybe I can add something else in there. I'm gonna duplicate this track and something real subtle, and I'm going to show you like what I was going to do before. We're going to call this a synth pad, and yeah, everything else look good. I should have did that when I was explaining that first, right? But that's what happens. So yeah, and I need that tail, you know, just in case. But if I don't want it, you just cut it off. Just do like this, or just take your tool, your marquee tool, and do like that. And it's non-destructive because I could bring it back. See that? Cool stuff, ain't it? Yep. And then I can come back here and just play around with another sound. And this just really eliminates the continuous of duplicating this channel, and just, you know, I like it better this way. This is my own little technique that I found useful. I don't like what I did at the 1, 2, 3, 4. I just don't like that. That's a lot better. Just highlighted everything and brought all of the velocities up. That's what I just did. Remember I said I'm gonna come back to the snare? I feel like it can use a little bit more reverb. And I felt like it was smacking me in my face, on my ear. So I came back, turned the volume down a little bit more. And actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put an EQ on it. Cause I feel like it's harsh, it's too harsh in certain areas. Yeah. And you guys hear me hear the keyboard hitting at the same, you know, hitting. I'm actually dialing that in myself manually, but with the new updates in Logic, you can just click on note repeat. And just lay on that one note and it problem solved. Pretty cool, ain't it? Let's record that. Okay, let's record that for real this time. Let's undo that. 2, 3, 4. Sounds off though. It's back on point now. That sound like the first note was doubled, and it was. So yeah, cool. Expand that a little bit, kind of give it a little depth. I actually set this to the reverb too. I think I might exaggerate. It sounds, yeah, there's no exaggeration here. And I know why, because the side chain is not on. I'm like, man, that just sounds too straight. That needs to be something. It's missing something. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I'm not gonna exaggerate too much on this one. I feel like the decay on it is just, man, I wish there's some way I can. Sometimes there's things you can do in the settings to make something sustain a little longer, but I think this is just really how this bass is. It doesn't. I don't think I can. I have to go to another bass sound to get it. You know, something that's similar that will sustain that sound. But I don't. Anyway, for the sake of the video, we're gonna keep going. You know what? What I could do. I could do like that. So I can move both these back. Actually, what I'm gonna do is just copy. Let's see. Let's maximize our screen here so we can see a little better. Yeah, I think I did it perfectly. Yeah, this has a different position. Put that right there, and let's cut back. Yeah, let's do it like that. Actually, it makes sense if I right there. Yeah. They don't teach you all this stuff in music school. It's one of those things, those trials and errors and, you know, type of things. Sometimes people show you this stuff on YouTube. I learned a lot on YouTube. Yeah. Again, guys, check out my my music course called How to Make a Song on my website, ksound.com/ASU. Check me out. Check your boy out. I'm showing some really cool techniques how to make a song. And there's going to be a part 2, because that same song that you guys hear in that video, I'm going to allow an artist to sing over it, write their lyrics, sing on top of it. They're going to send it back to me, and I'm going to show you guys some new techniques as to how to chop that up, and not chop it up, but EQ, compression, mix it in with the music. All right. It's been like 45 minutes. I'm not gonna continue to bore you guys. I hope this was interesting, and I hope you guys learned a lot, some of my process or whatever. Again, check the course out. I share some of the same techniques and different things in that, showing you guys, what's going on. I also share with you guys inside the podcast I told you about earlier. I'm telling you guys what you need, because a lot of times people think they need a big room full of equipment in order to make good music. It don't take all of that. So in the podcast, in the course, I'll show you, or I'll tell you rather, what you need. Well, I'll show you too. There's some pictures and things that you can see along in the podcast. I'm showing you guys what you need, all that you need to produce good music. You don't need half the stuff that people say you need. Social media is really great for pictures and things like that, and you guys see pictures of guys that has like a million things in their studio, but it really don't take all of that. That's just their preference, and they have the money to do so, and they want to show off. And when you got muscles, what do? You show them off, right? You want to show everybody you got muscles, but you don't need all of those muscles to be strong. You know what I'm saying? Just because you got muscles don't mean you the strongest dude ever. That's just my opinion. It looks great. It's nice to have muscles, but I mean, whatever. So yeah, I show some very great techniques in that course, and I want you guys to check it out. It's very good. It's a very good course. I want you guys to really check it out. I know I just said that if you guys go and pick it up, there's a discount for you. That's what I was really trying to say. There's a discount for you guys, and all you have to do is just share the course to people who you think can benefit from it, or just share just because you think it's good. And you come back to the site and leave your reviews in the comment section, or the comment section. I have to get something together for the reviews, but I want to appreciate you guys for watching me do this, and I'm going to continue messing around with this piece of music and finish it out and upload it later on, I guess. All right, this is your boy KJ, and remember, music is art. You're the artist. Paint your picture.